guys, it's time for NT Sheep's Digital Wonderlands! Welcome back, my little lambs. There's another brand new PTS up and running, and we're already seeing some good things and some very bad things if they make it up into the next major update, which will probably be around March. Radiation damage right now in this game is going to suck. Power armor and hazmat suits are no longer going to offer you any protection. So certain events like the Emmett Mountain disposal one, where you have to go into heavy radiation zones to collect ore, they're going to be unplayable from what I'm seeing. I've seen some other people testing this out and posting videos online, and it is not looking good. It's looking like it's going to force you into ghoul builds to survive. So let's get into this. We're going to get the bad news out of the way so we can focus on all the other good stuff that's in the game. Okay, we're going to get our power armor out here, and we're going to start looking at things. One of the things you'll notice immediately is the weight has changed. It used to be a power armor chassis would only weigh 10 pounds. Now you'll see it's more than doubled. But if this was stored in our stash, they've set it up to where armor only weighs half. But that's going to be a bit of a double-edged sword, it seems. We'll get to that in another video. What we want to focus on right now is the radiation damage reduction. At first, you might think it looks like it's been buffed, but it's actually been made very, very worse and very, very bad. You're going to see in a moment here when we get to the status page, we've got 1971 for our radiation damage resistance. Now that looks like it would be good, but it's not going to help us when we get to testing it out. We're going to go to Emmett Mountain Disposal and take a dip in those toxic pools. Another thing you can sit there and see is they've added resistances all over. So now armor is going to have inherent resistances to things like poison, fire, energy, cold. So now that we've checked all that out, let's go ahead and get to Emmett Mountain Disposal. First, you'll see here public events that pop up every 20 minutes are now still called events, but you'll notice below that there's a thing called activity. Those are all the smaller events. They've changed the name of those. I'm not quite sure why they thought they needed to change it, but that's what the new thing is going to be. They have made some good changes though. Activities and events are guaranteed minimum rewards, and there's also going to be certain bonus rewards that are going to be met. But let's get into Emmett Mountain Disposal so I can show you just what's up with radiation. So I'm going to do a quick edit here. Okay, we're inside Emmett Mountain Disposal. Normally, when you're standing near these barrels, you might pick up some radiation. Here you can see it's going up. And if we stand here long enough, you're going to notice it's actually affecting our health. Normally, power armor would stop that from happening. We're going to walk down into this pool of toxic water, and normally we would be protected, but you're going to see almost instantly we were only in there for just a few seconds. If we were actually doing the event where we've got to go in there to collect ore, we would die. There's no way to protect ourselves from the radiation there. So this could be a very bad thing. This is not looking good. I'm not quite sure how we can convince Bethesda, but if you can, be respectful, go to the Discord if you're part of it, and sit there and let them know that if they keep radiation as it is now in the PTS, with the way power armor is no longer protecting us, this could break several game events. This is not going to be a good thing. I had heard that supposedly if you used your hazmat suits or something like the covert armor, the Chinese armor, they would double. But as you can see, no, as soon as I got into the power armor, it effectively took away my Chinese stealth armor bonus. So this is definitely not going to be good. Now that we've got this unfortunate news out of the way, let's go ahead and get to something else that is going to be really nice, I think. Next, we're going to take a look at some new unique armor sets that are being introduced. One is called Heavy Rage. It's a special raider armor, and it has what could be considered a fourth legendary effect to it. You'll build up stacks of rage for every hit that you take. You'll have a maximum of 100 stacks. For each stack that you have, you're going to be doing increased damage, but you're also going to be taking more damage. So it's kind of one of those double-edged swords. Do you want to be able to sit there and boost your damage output by at least 100% if you're also taking 100% more damage? It's going to be interesting to see how this works, but it looks like it could be a fun new game mechanic. One of the new changes in the PTS is the event eviction notice used to be the best event if you were hunting legendary weapons and armor. They've changed it to where not as many legendary enemies will show up there. What they've done is they've made it so that legendary enemies show up more often at the other events in the game. So here we are at One Violent Night. Normally when I do this event, you'll see anywhere from about 4 to 7 legendary ghouls, and that's not including the legendary Wendigo enemy at the end that you end up defeating. So let's see how many ghouls show up that are legendary here now. Okay, assuming I'm keeping my count correct, I had to rewatch this footage several times over. There's 3 ghouls that are legendary over there by the door. There's at least 1 that's dead by the jukebox that was legendary. So this event has literally just started. I don't think we're a minute into it, and we're already up to 4 legendary enemies that have been taken out. This is starting to look good so far. At this point, I think I had gotten a count of up to around 11 or 12. There were just so many starting to show up. It was getting hard to keep track of them all. So I'm going to go ahead and edit to the end of this event, and we'll take a look when I search all the bodies at once and count how many legendary items that we were able to pull. Okay, so here we are. The Night Stalker is here. We've got to take him out. He's level 125. I think that might be new. Normally, I think it's only level 100. But there's enough of us here to take him out. And he's going to go down. And there we go. We got a legendary item just for completing the event. There's one on him. Okay, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm losing count again already. I had to go back and watch it. We had over 20 legendary items from this event with the new change to legendary enemies showing up. I think any event now, especially ones that have huge waves... Oh! And there's legendary Bigfoot, so let's see if we can take him out and get something extra. Because he's 4-star, there's a chance to get something good off of him. We know we need to bring out big guns from battling him in other videos that you may have seen, so let's try and get them. Well, the Force beckons Bigfoot, which means he's going to get away. So that's going to be the end of this video, my little lambs. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time in the Digital Wonderlands.